Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, man. This is another video. It's going to be about Sanguine. She is a cool looking Outlander, man. I definitely like the style of her. Sanguine Dusk Outlander. She is an original Outlander. She has perks that no other Outlander has, which is something I always like. Reskins are fun. Reskins are fun, but only so many reskins I can handle sometimes. When there's like one hero that has like 4 or 5 reskins, it starts to become too much. I feel like they need to give us a little bit more hero content, stuff like that. But let's go over her. Let's check this hero out. All right. Inspecting her, we see the normal Outlander stuff. She is a shock tower orientated one, which is interesting. She also does phase shift. Now, phase shift is her main thing. As you can see, we start to get into the phase shift perks. Phase siphon. Phase shifting through enemies deals 11 base damage and heals 6 base health. So, I mean, here it is. Your phase shifting through them to cause some damage, and it's healing you every time you phase shift through them. You got capacitor. That's just going to go with shock tower. Anti-mat charge. Now, this is something she's also really good with, is the anti-material charge. But the next perk after that is in and Outlander. Eliminating 3 enemies within 10 seconds after using phase shift will refund the phase shift charge. Now, like we just said, the phase shift through enemies deals 11 base damage and heals 6 base health. So phase shifting in and out of battle. Now, this is what's interesting about her, is that normally as an Outlander, you use phase shift to get out of battle. You use it as an escape route. You know, get out of there, get yourself to a clear zone, and continue on, lay a teddy, do whatever you got to do. But this one's kind of putting you more into the battle, in battle orientation. And the phase shield would be the next one. Phase shift forces the shields to regenerate. That's always a good one, man. I mean, if your shields are low anyways and you want to phase shift into battle, you're definitely going to want that because you're going right into the storm. So the next perk after that would be Long Arm of the Law. Increase the travel distance of anti-mat charge by 1.5 tiles. I like the punch. I like the style of it. I like just punching zombies. That's always cool, man. So she is an anti-material charge kind of Outlander, as well as a little bit of the shock tower, a little shock tower. But the last two after in the zone are going to be where you're at. Super Siphon, increase the healing of phase siphon to 32 base health. Now, that means you're just doing damage when you phase in, and it's getting even more health every time you phase in. Phased and Confused, phase shift has 2 additional charges. So that's a lot of charges to be phasing in and phasing out. The one perk that I liked is in an Outlander. Eliminating 3 enemies within 10 seconds after using phase shift will refund the phase shift charge. So what they're basically saying here is phasing into battle is giving you health and doing damage, giving you health and doing damage to the enemies surrounding you. Eliminating just 3 enemies after that is going to refund that whole entire phase shift charge. There's no cooldown needed to wait for that next phase shift. She already has so many phase shifts already. That seems really good. That seems like a nice thing to have. And it's just, like I said, it's interesting. It's interesting that you're going to be an Outlander phasing in, because Outlander's like, man, look at the shield. Your shield on this Outlander at even 130, 95,000, you know, your health. Okay, that's okay. But let's see who I'm going to run with her. Normally, you know, I kind of run. The reason I'm going to run Wukong, to be honest, guys, is I'm going to be using that Candy Corn LMG. Now, I have another review on that Candy Corn LMG. Should be there. And that thing is one of my favorites, man, one of my favorites. But we won't do that. The reason I use him is because with her, I feel like using the Candy Corn LMG will just drop more healing on the ground, let alone are you phasing into battle and getting health, doing damage, stuff like that, punching, phasing out. You're also killing them with the Candy Corn LMG, which is dropping candy corn everywhere, and you can use that as healing as well. Over here, I kind of just put, I didn't really have a shock tower ready, a shock tower specialist, but I did the punch. The kinetic punch in my tactical squad bonus increased the damage or the impact and knockback of anti-material charge by a moderate amount. Doesn't really say how much. I don't know if they can really put the numbers in there, but she does have a good anti-mat charge. So basically my style would probably be phasing in, punching a bunch of them to kill them, get your phase back, phase out, and then maybe just take a second and phase back in. But let's go play with her. Let's see how we do here.
weather alert.
All right, here we go. Look at her. Look at her. She looks
Something weird has been
amazing, and I
happening
love
in
that
this
when she
zone.
phase shifts, has
The
those
Husk
bats
encampments
that
are
come
going
off of her.
berserk
I
and
think
spawning
that's a
huge
pretty
waves
cool
of
little
enemies.
animation.
Whatever's
She can
happening,
phase shift
we
for
need to
days,
stop
though.
it
Look at
from
that.
spreading.
I mean,
When you find an active encampment, be ready to fight
she has
until
the
the end.
shock towers. We know how those
According to my
work.
data, we
Nothing
have 20
special there.
minutes to neutralize the targets.
Now, I'm not trying to make this a video
Search the
about
zone
Candy
and
Corn
keep an eye
LMG.
out
I'm
for
just
any
trying to make
encampments
this a
that look
video about
angrier than
Sanguine.
usual.
But I love
Keep an
the
eye out
candy
for
corn, and I think the candy corn itself is just hilarious. The noise it makes. It gives you. See, now if you don't, I don't know if you noticed, it gave me a little bit of health there. Yeah, she's not. See, she's not anything. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's one. Take it down.
There we go. Jeez, that was a little rocky. So here we go. It looks like I'm needing some health. Let's see. I'm at 66k. Let's phase through some of these guys. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That almost doubled. That almost doubled what I have, and you can keep doing that. Just phase, phase. Okay, so you gathered them, and you're hurting. Phase again. Oh, it looks like we were too far away from the encampment. That's what happened. I was gonna say I thought I might have just killed those people, but I did not.
Take out the enemies to clear the encampment.
There we go. Let's get the encampment going. There we go. Lay a shock tower. Do a phase through some of them. Whoop. Now I hate nature storms. It's kind of hard to perform an ability in nature storms. What just happened? See how this phase works here. I mean, to be honest, now that I'm using her. She didn't even, dude. That didn't even give me health. Now I don't know if that was a problem with the game or if that's just a problem with the way I play, because I am a noob. Let's try it again. Oh, well, I'm full health. Doesn't even matter now. Let's just kill him. We'll find a new group of people.
One down. Let's find the next one. The next encampment might be stronger. Make sure your weapons and ammo are ready to go.
Yeah, there's just something about her that just doesn't feel like she's really all that powerful, to be honest. I mean, she can get in and out. I like that she can get in and out of battle. Well, sometimes. Yeah, I'm not too, to be honest with you, maybe there's a good way to use her, and I'm just not doing it, but she's not doing it for me as far as phasing in and out. And let's see here, let's go grab some more enemies. I mean, the good thing is we saw that you got a moderate amount. You get a moderate amount of health, so there's that. Maybe let these guys beat on me a bit. We'll get it down to like, there we go. That's probably good enough. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. Yeah. Okay, and then maybe just punch afterwards. I mean, it's kind of a bad place to show you, to be honest, because all these freaking nature zombies, but... yeah, she's not very good at damage out as well. Yeah, I'll grab it, just grab it. Her punch, though, seems to be... she can travel quite the distance on the punch. Cooldown's typical.
Dormant encampments may become active. Dormant encampments may become active later. Dormant encampments may become active later.
Let's phase through them. Grab a little bit of health. Okay, there we go. That was a good chunk. That was a good chunk of health. There we go. Now I'm pretty much back at full health. And I guess if it wasn't nature, See, that's what kind of bugs me about the Outlander, though, is you're phasing into battle, and if you play Twine Peaks, you know that they're going to be elemental. Now, if they're not nature, okay, good, you know, but the nature is going to take away a lot of your ability to even use the phase. You know what I'm saying? You can't even use the phase because you're phasing into nature zombies. It's almost a little pointless on the nature side of things, but phase in, there you go, yeah, okay. Maybe phase in and then turn around and punch, but you can't even really do that because you gotta wait for the punch to have after the phase. Her punch is good, man. It's solid, especially with that bonus, you know. It's not good. It's not bad. But looking at it, to be honest, I sucks, man. Just another character that's really cool looking. That it's an effort. When I say it's an effort to play with her, I know that's how it's gonna be. I don't want to play with a hero that's just completely like wham bam, nice easy, you know, made for children. I want to play with a hero that has some really good setups, some really good abilities. And there's heroes out there like Calamity. You know, Calamity is great. That's a nice new hero. I like that one a lot. Same with Steel Wool Sid. Steel Wool Sid. There's so many things you can do with Steel Wool Sid. But then you have characters like Sanguine Dusk, and you have Dire. I mean, I'm not saying she's as bad as Dire. Dire's a really bad hero in my opinion. I don't really know. They really need to fix that or go back and readjust what they were thinking with that one. Because if I saw someone using a Dire in a mission, I would probably already know that fool is not going to have a high combat score at all. He's pretty much going to be running and jumping around like just no reason for all that. Now this one though, this one's an interesting one. If I see someone playing as of, you know, with my experience with her as of right now and all that stuff, I'm just not really, feeling her. And like I said, all of my videos are really based on my opinion. You know, I've played a lot. I've played a lot of days and put a lot of hours into this game, and there's still new things that I don't know and I'm finding out for myself. But when it comes to stuff like this, it's pretty clean cut. Like, she has cool perks. It sounds cool. It sounds like a really good idea. But then when you're in the heat of it, and some of you guys might not be to Twine Peaks, you might be in Canny, you might be in Plankerton, and you might say, oh no, she's a really good character. That's good. But I'll tell you right now, like, there's missions even in Twine that I do all power level 100 missions if I can, because that's the highest reward for stuff, especially when you do a 4 player, level 100 mission. Those are 118 enemies, and you really need to have your stuff taken care of. You really got to have stuff going on if you do that. And would I bring this hero into that zone? Hell no. Just wouldn't happen. Same with Dire. Just wouldn't bring those heroes into that zone. I would bring Calamity into that zone. I would bring Steel Wool Sid. I would bring other heroes. There's a lot of heroes I would bring into those zones, but she's not one of them. And at the end of the day, if you're not playing with a hero that's great for end game content, then you're just kind of playing for show. You're just playing because, oh yeah, look at these bats. I like the way these bats look, and I like the way she looks and stuff. And if you're playing for that, go for it, man. That's a way to play. But me, I play for keeps, man. It's all about kind of competition. At the end of each match, I want to make sure I have like the highest combat score, build score, stuff like that. Like, I really go all out. You know, I'm kind of a try-hard like that when it comes to missions, because guess what? Like, if I do my best in a mission, we're gonna complete the mission and everyone gets rewards. So that's where it comes down. It's a team-orientated thing. You can't be going through doing missions by yourself, and if you do, you'd be losing a lot of traps, a lot of material, stuff like that. So that is also a way to play. But here it is, guys. At the end of the day, Dire, no good. Sanguine Dusk, I would have to say isn't a hero that I would use unless I knew I wasn't going to have to do a lot of work. She's cool. She has a lot of cool perks, but they're just not going to cut it for me. And I think that's where I'm going to end this video, guys. Sorry to say, I would not use Sanguine Dusk. She looks cool, not someone usable. But hey, once again, guys, come check me out, man. I stream on Twitch. You can see me about 5-6 days a week. Yeah, if you have any comments below on this character, or if you found a great use for her or a different hero stack, please, man, comment below. You'd be giving me information, and that's what it's about. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to play, not trying to tell you guys what you should use with it. I'm just kind of going through, and I'm kind of steadily looking at these characters and using them the way I feel like I would use them, and some of them work out, some of them don't. But like I said, guys, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in my next video.